Morning, everybody. Sunday morning, August 16th. Rest in peace, Elvis, 1977. That's 43 years ago now, but a legend lives on. Overcast day today, sun and clouds. It's probably lower 70s. Very pleasant outside today. A couple of things today. I was thinking about the most nervous that I've ever been before a Braves game, a Sabres game, or a Bills game. And the Bills game for me is very easy. It was the third championship game when the Bills played the Dolphins in Miami during the run of the 90s when the Bills were on top in 4 straight Super Bowls. The Dolphins had a very, very good team, probably the second best team in the conference, but they just could not get by the Bills. In fact, Marv Levy has a 15-5 career record against Don Shula, the winningest coach in the history of the league. But he owned Shula, and the Bills had beaten them in the playoffs. They had beaten them in virtually every important regular season game leading up to this. But this time, the Bills made it in as a wild card. So they had to go on the road. They won a game in Houston, against Houston, the famous comeback game. They went to Pittsburgh and beat the Steelers on the road. And then they had to go to Miami. And Miami talked a lot of trash about the Bills. And this time they had them in their own backyard. They finally got the championship game at home. And things were going to be different this time. And just the thought of the Dolphins beating us and talking trash, I was a nervous wreck. I thought, I can't stand it. Marino, Shula, Brian Cox, Jim Mandich, their broadcaster, who was as irritating as anybody I've ever heard in my life, former player. But no, have no fear. The Bills went down there and just toyed with them, basically. Beat them 29-10 and shut them up. And it was just, to me, the most gratifying win in Bills history, for me personally, and just the most nervous that I ever was for a Bills game. So maybe next week we'll talk about the Sabres. I can't remember being too nervous about a Sabres game, especially lately. There's not much to be nervous about, but in any event. And the second thing I wanted to talk about was an insignificant little thing that has led to something great. When I started my job at the Boulevard Towers, there was this girl there named Heather, and just constantly never said a word to me, like the first month that I was there. Not even a hello. I'd walk by her and she would just keep walking and just give me the canary eyes all the time. And so I thought, okay, well, whatever, I'm just doing my thing, I'll say hello. But then I found out kind of through the grapevine that her daughter was having surgery. Now, Heather is a great mom, loves her daughter to death, and best mom that I know. She's tremendous. So in any event, somehow I think I got off the main list her phone number. So after the surgery was over with, I just shot her a text and said, how did your daughter make out during her surgery? Well, she was so very, very much appreciative that somebody would reach out to her and ask her about this. I thought it was no big deal. It was just like, hey, how did your daughter do? How's she doing? But to make a long story short, was the start of a friendship that has lasted to this day, a great friendship. I mean, Teresa and I love her and her husband and daughter to death, and we've gotten together with them on a few occasions. She did go and move away from me with her family, which I'm still aggravated about. But in any event, every time we go down to Florida or she comes up here, we make it a point to see each other. Teresa and I get together with her and her husband Tim and daughter Brittany, and just have some great times. And we love her. We love this family to death, and they're just very, very important to us and very special people. And but it started out with something that I thought was insignificant, just a little thing, and it led to something great. So, don't overlook the little things that you do for people, and don't overlook the little things that you say to them or the smile that you give them. It can be very important sometimes. It can be a life changer sometimes. So just encourage everybody out there, and speaking to myself, to just keep on keeping on and doing those little things and reaching out to those people, especially in these times of social distancing, these time of mask wearing. You can still smile through a mask. You can still say hello through a mask. So just hope everybody's doing well out there. Take care of each other, everybody. God bless America. God bless all of you. Bye-bye.